What's up guys, welcome to Bullish Bets. On this channel, we cover all things related to stocks and investing. We take a look at news where we can place some potential big bets with huge upside. In this video, we're going to talk about Bionano Genomics, also known as BNGO. Before we get started, keep in mind that we're not financial advisors and this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Make sure you do your own research before making any investment decisions. So let's talk about Bionano Genomics and their first tech. For those who don't know much about Bionano Genomics, we'll call it BNGO throughout this video. Their tech is what sets them apart from traditional healthcare technology for genomes. They have what is called their Saphrye system. Without getting too much into the science of it all, the tech basically condenses and improves the process of reading 3 genetic techniques for patients that require testing for specific health conditions. By doing this, they have the advantage to detect cancer, autism, and other diseases that other type of methods don't really find. It actually misses a lot, and this is great technology in the genetic space, and they're looking to do a lot of big things. Recently there was news that came out that said the Bionano's tech was able to identify people with the autism spectrum disorder, risky genes like that, and they're able to do this really quickly and at a less costly rate than their competitors. For example, they're able to cut the costs around I believe around 80%, and they'll continue to cut costs, and on top of that they do it a lot faster, and a lot of these testing is done a lot in the lab, and they just re-engineered the genomes, and this is very exciting for the company for the future. But we're going to talk about the earnings, and to be honest, this is not a safe play. If you want Bionano Genomics, it's better to hold your money off until after the earnings report. Let's be honest, there's a lot of optimism in the stock right now, and recently some analysts also had increased their expected earnings and expectations for the earnings, and they're expecting Bionano Genomics to do well. And to be honest, they might, but it's a riskier play because BNGO doesn't have a track record of doing well this past year in terms of earnings. They're burning through a lot of money. They had to go raise some money and dilute some shares because they're burning through a lot of cash. They're really, even though they have a great product, they're having trouble selling. So let's do this. Let's look at the 8K for last quarter and look at the past 9 months. In 2020, their revenue was around 3.5 million, and 2019 is 6.8. I understand that there's probably some difficulties coming along in terms of COVID and so forth, but what's the problem here is they're making less money, but they're spending more money on selling and general administrative expenses. It went from 14 million in 2019 to 21 million. If you're spending more money on selling, you should in a sense sell more, but it seems like they're having that problem. Although they have a great tech for genomes right now, it's a risky play because it seems like this is a year where dropping the ball on making money, even though there's a lot of huge news that there's huge potential for them in the future. So that being said, in our honest opinion and beliefs, we're gonna hold off on playing BNGO in terms of the earnings, as the analyst seems to be optimistic, and usually what that happens is it's a high anchor, and if BNGO don't have earnings that reach that expectation, it's gonna be pretty brutal for the stock. Let's look at the traditional earnings that BNGO has, and what are the chances it moves up or down. Based off this website, the percent move for earnings on BNGO is generally red. Only two out of the 8 earnings report yielded them good results and yielded them positive gains. And with those numbers, it's safe to not play BNGO for the earnings if you haven't gotten in yet. If you've gotten in, it's a long-term play and it's a great play. And that being said, if you do want to play the stock, it's better if you buy in after it dies down from earnings. And as you can see, BNGO shot up from 49 cents in December 2020 to $15 due to the news they had in terms of what they can do with this new product and so forth. But it shot back down. There's a lot of hype connected to the stock, and the options activities and volatility is going crazy. That's due to the fact that they expect something good to happen. Implied volatility always collapse in the end if there's no crazy news, and it's safe to better wait till the genome gets a little more stable, as it's a great long-term play. Although like big players are getting in, it's better to stick it out if you're retail investors who are investing their hard-earned money that they could probably invest in something else. So let us know what you think. Do you think it's worth the risk of getting into BNGO because you're gonna have FOMO if they shoot up, or do you think it's a good decision to stay out in the sideline right now and get in when the time is right? So that's it for this video about BNGO. If you liked our content, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. We would really appreciate it, as it helps with this YouTube algorithm that we're trying to get a grasp on. So thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.